Bry Guy here, and welcome to another Pixels Refreshed. Today we're going to be looking at the recent TGS announcement of Monster Hunter Rise coming to PC. I played a lot of Monster Hunter Rise with my friends. We played, I don't know, way too many hours of it. And I'm curious to see what they were going to improve. I know that they were using the RE engine for Monster Hunter Rise, so there should be quite a bit that they could upgrade. It's just curious whether or not building for the Switch outright is going to limit specifically the thing it would limit most, if I was guessing. I haven't seen this trailer yet, would be the geometric complexity. They can make bigger, higher poly meshes, but we might end up with something weird where a lot of the post effects and like engine itself looks better than world, but the monsters themselves look worse unless they were a monster that already existed in world, in which case they can bring it in. So haven't seen this yet. I'm going to watch it, and this will be the first time reaction to it, so hopefully you enjoy. And anyways, 1 second, just cue that ad. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. I love the game. I'm curious because now you're going to have a Steam Deck version in a month or two that will compete with this. So maybe I'll run that comparison. I do have a Steam Deck pre-ordered, should have one day one, so or as close to it as Steam shipping allows, and then I'll be able to compare and see how much better it looks on that. So, anyways, without further ado, let's check this out. Okay. So, man, the compression. It's hard to even tell with the level of compression going on right here, right now. Maybe it's just because it's for a Japanese event? Let me see what my stream quality is real quick. No. Let's fix that. Okay. We're just going to start this whole thing again. And I will cut to the beginning in a minute. Okay, so here we are. Oh, man. Okay, so already you can see shadow cascades are a lot better. Self-shadowing. So self-shadowing is when you have the shadows that drop on yourself. I'm trying to see if I can create one here with the light source I have. Probably not. But it would be like typically what you see when a model casts a shadow on itself. And oftentimes it's an area where you see a lot of artifacting. So I do feel like we're being a little limited from a geometric density. Like it doesn't feel like these rocks got a significant increase. And this might be one area where World is actually an advance of Rise PC, although Rise is a much better game. I played both of them quite a bit, and Rise is definitely a better game. So it's like these texture seams, this transition in texture from the rock wall. This is something that I'm curious if it's a limit of the RE engine, because both Unity and Unreal have means of dealing with texture seams like this. So within their terrain painting tech, there's easy ways to blend between it, or you can do smooth transitions, where this looks like, I would guess it's using kind of the traditional UV texture mapping for this rather than like a really nice environment tool. So yeah, the textures are high resolution, but the materials aren't like, okay, so we're not seeing that much of a variety of materials. So in between here, you would expect to see more of like a skin, and then this would be more of a stone, but it is looking kind of very uniform. The character, this is kind of interesting. We're getting material mismatches right away. So you can see here, this density of this material and this one here are quite good, whereas this one's still very poor. So there's definitely ways in which it looks like the building outright for the Switch held back this in comparison to what World likely has, or what a true next generation PC version would look like. It might be that they're holding off on releasing on the new consoles until they improve some of these things, and the PC version will be left behind. I mean, Capcom's kind of known for that. I mean, right now, the only version of with Devil May Cry 5 with ray tracing is the Xbox Series X and the PS5 version, which shouldn't be the case. I mean, this character is significantly improved. The resolution definitely helps reveal it. Voice chat, I mean, everyone was using Discord, so it's not that big of a deal to have in-game voice chat. It's like, I used voice chat the entire time I played with my friends at this point in time. So this does seem like a lowest common denominator PC port, in the sense that they upped the things that were easy. Textures, I mean, they might have made higher resolution textures to begin with and then created lower resolution ones when porting to the Switch. But they didn't really, it doesn't look like they improved the quality of the materials in the sense of having proper PBR. It doesn't look like they have like any better material representation with like, because typically in your material workflow you have your albedo or your base map, which is just your colors. You might have an ambient occlusion map. You might have a normal. So a normal adds more geometric density, and then you have, well, it adds the illusion of more geometric density. And then you would have a specular map, which determines how reflective it is. You might have a roughness map, and it doesn't look like it's adding any more of those than were available on the Switch. So the material complexity hasn't gone up significantly, but the resolution of the textures has. So yeah, like the biggest things that are improved, the resolution of the textures, the shadows, the self-shadowing, and just the effects. But overall, not the biggest quality. I mean, yeah, it'll be clearer, but this isn't that much of an incentive to play over the Switch version to me. I love the series. I love their art direction. I love what they do with them. It looks like a decent PC port. Rise is a much better game than World, so that's, in my opinion, just with the palamutes, the ability to run much more, the wire bugs, all of that really helps improve the flow of combat. Also, it's not as grindy as World. There's kind of several advantages. I definitely enjoyed my experience with Rise more than World overall, and I think I prefer Generations Ultimate over World too. So, anyways, from an art tech side, it's a little better. It's not crazy better looking. I kind of expected more from the RE engine, to be perfectly honest. I thought there'd be more things that they can just automatically turn on to improve, like really advanced ambient occlusion, or improving the light model, or like having really high detail lighting bakes that they put on the scene. So it really does look like shadow resolution and texture resolution are the two main things. And then obviously just the resolution of the game itself. So kind of underwhelming, but I mean, I don't know. I'm probably not going to play through it again. I'll probably just pick up the DLC on the Switch version and play that with my friends when that comes out next summer. But overall, I think it's worthy release. I mean, it'll be more interesting to see the Steam Deck running this versus the Switch, because that is a pretty clear-cut comparison of both of them set to take advantage of the hardware, and seeing how much better we can get it looking on the Switch. Maybe that'll be my first Steam Deck video when I get one. Let me know if you want me to do that video. And anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope that you click the like button if you like it, and you click subscribe, and the notifications button in the corner. And if you do, feel free to, yeah, I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.